Okay, so I recently just finished a Skillshare class about filming yourself, basically how to create a talking head video like this one. And I feel like I've learned 3 pretty important lessons from the whole experience of creating the class. It's not my first Skillshare class, it's probably my 7th. It's hard to keep track, it might be my 7th or 8th. But for this one, I've gotten a chance to reflect on it more so than the other ones, at least since I just finished it literally yesterday, or the day before that one, and then I published it yesterday. So the first lesson is sort of a lesson in procrastination, and I say procrastination in the sense that it's not really me procrastinating because there's no due date for this one, or I didn't really set up a deadline for myself. I know I did want to upload it in December, but it's pretty early December that I'm uploading it, so I didn't really procrastinate in that sense, but I still felt like I was procrastinating, and it was more so like me cramming it all into this, I have to do it quickly. And it's sort of the same feeling, like when you're, at least for me, when I was in school, I procrastinated quite a bit when it came to doing homework or doing studying for tests, basically. For instance, homework, sometimes I would do it at least this was in high school, I would sometimes do my math homework or my English homework periods before it was due. Granted, I was a straight A student in high school. It's just that sense of procrastination and that stress and that gotta get it done super fast. It's sort of that feeling that I'm talking about. So for this instance of me creating this class, it's not like I procrastinated, it's more so that I was getting that feeling. And it's weird, I feel like I shouldn't feel that because it comes with a lot of downsides. For one, you sort of compromise on quality because you're trying your best to get it done fast. And for two, it's sort of stressful, really stressful while doing the whole thing. And it caused me enough stress to the point where I fell into some bad habits of me binging anime. I started watching Black Clover out of nowhere. It wasn't sort of out of nowhere, it was because one of my friends recommended it and really liked it. But yeah, that's sort of what happens to me sometimes when I get really stressed out, is that I start binging anime. But that was something that happened on Thursday when I was still creating the class, because I just felt like this was so much, it was overwhelming to try to make I think it was total 11 or 12 videos at once. The way I created it, I film all of it, or I write the script. For this class in particular, I freestyled some of the videos, and then I recorded it in front of the camera all at once. And then I edited everything all at once. So it's like editing 12 videos at once, and it becomes overwhelming if you don't have some system to organize it. Luckily I do, but it's still overwhelming to just work on it. And that definitely caused me a huge amount of stress. And I feel like it doesn't need to. It's sort of self-inflicted. The second lesson is a lesson in pacing yourself. I feel like I could have paced myself better, but at the same time I was trying to finish the class within 1 week, and I think I did sort of pace myself in the sense I was okay, I don't want to actually let this take over my entire day for that week, because for me, I practice piano, I exercise, I do other things that I feel are more important to me, and I feel it's sort of a lesson in making sure the noise doesn't grow bigger than the muse. And the muse is what you actually want to head towards, the thing that you care about and feel passionate about. And I feel for me, at least in this past week, I let the noise grow bigger than the muse, and versus the first week where I kept it in check and was able to still practice piano, still exercise. This week was not like that. I did not practice much piano at all, and I did not, other than practicing splits, I did not really exercise very much. So I definitely let it take over, and I think that it was because I wanted that final push to get it done. So it makes sense, but at the same time, it's I don't like that. And it has a lot of consequences that are negative. So I need to learn how to basically pace myself better. So that's just another lesson. And the final one is basically sort of me looking back on why I burned out the first time. Earlier this year, around like May and June, I made a video about it on my main channel, Dreamlit, but the lesson is sort of like, the reason I burned out then was because I kept going. I kept doing it like, after creating my microphone course, that got a staff pick on Skillshare, that one immediately went towards like making more stuff for Skillshare without taking a single break. And I sort of did the same thing because I created a Skillshare class last month about scripting. And then this month I just like, I did take like a 2-week break, so that was something, which was good. But then I went back to just creating another Skillshare class that made me feel that stress again. And I think it's like, it's fine if that's like your main goal and that's like what you want to do. But for me personally, this whole thing is more of a side thing that I just do because I have gotten like decent income from it. So it's a good idea to just like keep it up if it's something that I can do easily. And for the most part, I can do it somewhat easily. It's just, it comes with, again, certain level of negative consequences. So, and I'm learning about that right now, and I'm trying to share, I'm basically sharing with you guys my experience. But the point is, I'm gonna take a break from it again so that I don't burn out like I did last time. Like, I'm able to sort of see the same signs and feel the same feelings, but deal with it better this time. So instead of like taking a 6-month break, which is what I did, like essentially it was 5 months, and then I created the class so that I wouldn't get kicked out of the teacher corps. I mentioned that in one of my previous vlogs. But instead of waiting 6 months before creating my other Skillshare class, I will not burn myself out this time, and I'll just wait like maybe 2 months or something before doing it again. Because last time I'm pretty sure I was just like, I kept on going and it was not good. So yeah, that's the third lesson. Hopefully one of these lessons can provide some sort of insight, like if you want to check out the class, just so you sort of get an idea of what I created, feel free to. I'll leave a link down below, and it's basically like 30 days free for Skillshare if you want to check it out. But yeah, that's just something that I've done this week that I wanted to talk about. I feel like that was the main thing, although I did go to an event yesterday, which was my friend's like Christmas party, so it was sort of nice to get to do that after finishing and sort of relax and just talk to friends and meet some new people and everything like that. I also saw another old friend from college the same day, and in the morning we recorded stuff for one of my other channels, Imagine Blue, which was a pretty fun experience. We were just trying like new things, like trying to do more shorts and TikTok stuff. So that was also cool. So yesterday basically was a super long day, and I'm like really tired right now. I'm recording this in the morning. But yeah, I just wanted to sort of get that out of the way. Just the whole lessons thing, so then I can just like relax today and not really do too much else. Because I do need to take a break. But the following week, I'll talk about it once it happens, but I'm definitely gonna focus more on like my actual muse, which is like music stuff, and get back into like my full training routine for exercise. So that is essentially what I've learned from this past week, and basically the whole Skillshare class experience that I've had in this past 3 weeks, I guess. Let me know if you guys have any questions about like anything, basically Skillshare or these lessons, and let me know like maybe from your own experiences, like if you've ever experienced like this whole like procrastination feeling, or like you notice that you're doing the same trends and same patterns of activities that lead to burnout, like just similar experiences that I've had basically. Go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the whole lessons learned from me, go ahead and give this video a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.